Let's see what it really got on this thing. How screwed up did I do this? Did I cut too much, or did I get it right on the money? I was being too conservative. I got 1 thou more to go. 2 thou down up there. This thing was not square in the chuck. There's a bunch of beads on this thing. It's screwing up my measurements. Yeah. It's hard to measure this one. It's an angle. Yeah. It stopped at 2, then it moved down below it. Alright, this one here is either on the money or $1.50 under. Wasn't quite flat on this surface. This one's got some burrs on it, some other stuff. It's my bad one. Bad one. Who did that? Not a quality job at all. Is anybody going to notice though? See the marks in there, and oh, they're almost gone. Somebody cut too much. The key part is they're tall. 2 inches. So these are all 2 inches. So I should be able to come with a set of these to use. This will be my back one because I like this being on the back. It looks better. It's got numbers on it. I'll be able to identify what it is. This diameter doesn't mean anything because I'm going to be cutting this metal off anyway. It's just a starting point. I don't know how much I'm going to cut it until I do it. So I got to put these in a milling machine and cut this stuff off right to the gasket surface. Which looks like they left a pretty good mark in there where that is. So that'll be a job to do for another day. I got to set up a mill to do that. So going on 1 o'clock early. It's been here 2:30, 3:30 every night. So like I said, these are the ones we're going to put on here. So now the higher I make this up here, the more I can bring the bore up toward where it needs to be. When you put a little short one like this on there, see the deck, you put on the triangle right on the edge of the gasket surface, be about there. See how far we're below? We got probably ½ inch back here. You take your big ass one here and lay it on there. You'll have more. It's kind of hidden though by the part that's still on there. I think they all have that in there now. Yeah, they all have that now because I've cut them that way. When you make the block tall, that gap comes up there. But basically, if you do the same thing, you bring up your triangle, you can see it's a lot closer. See how you actually can see the front bolt now? Looks like it's pretty close. It's almost getting square up in there. You can almost get the cylinder up there where it needs to be. Yeah, see, it's almost center now. That's what happened. Otherwise, it'd be way back here. So, trying to get it closer to being center as we can get it. So I got the cylinder all cleaned up over here. So you can see how big the ports are in there now. Pretty massive. So got the valves out of it wherever they ran off to. They're somewhere around here. Oh, here they are. Here's our valves. Here's our big ass springs. You see how much wear in the valve. Look how much that thing's worn down. This knife edge here, it's worn down. Probably 25 thousandths. This is supposed to be a low mileage motor. This thing's got 100,000 miles on it, looks like, by wear. That's a long ways from being a low mileage motor. But the valve clearance, the valves hit right here. 300 thousandths, 200 thousandths. And that's what the piston shoved all the way up in the cylinder as far as it go. I took it and just dropped it until it hit and did a measurement. So that tells me how much I can put that thing up inside the bore. And I'll probably come in here and go even further. I can put a little chamfer right here and probably gain another 200 thousandths more into there, I bet. Then I'll cut the pocket in the head for the for the valve clearance. Could actually pockets in there. That'll get the compression from 7 to 1 maybe up to 10 to 1, who knows. It's going to raise it up. Unknown amount. So right now I need to get me a billet plate here. I'm hunting for that right now. I need an outer cam cover, which I don't have yet either. I still need to find the gear drive, the S&S gear drive for out here, these outer 2 gears. Haven't found that anywhere yet. Here's a chain drive one here, but I didn't particularly want to use chain drive. So doesn't mean I won't. Could be this one. So I have to take this cam gear here, press off the gear, and then make that the bearing surface. And I'll probably try to use my big bearings here, if I got room to do it. And then I'll move the bearing surface to here, and then I can put the drive sprocket out here, like a twin cam has it. Regular Harleys, I put the drive gear and then the bearing surface support it, because the cam plate is on the outside. The cam cover is the support, not the plate. This one has a cover because just the cover is the cover, whereas on all your other bikes, the cover is the cam support. So I have to reverse the location of the support. Got to put the bearing on the plate and the gears on the outside, and then the cover just covers everything. So that's why I bought this set of cams, so I can butcher them and figure out what I want to do. So I can turn down the cam diameter to make it work on this, and then if I got to use a gear, I have no way of making a spline, so I'll have to just probably cut this thing round if it's not too hard, press it on, and then tack weld it. It won't move then. I have no other way of doing it, so I have to figure out that one. That is an unknown problem right now I have to solve. These have keys in here that you can put in here. Sometimes there's a key in this thing. I don't know, this one doesn't look like there's a key. You don't know until you pull it off if there's anything in there underneath it. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. But anyway, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this. Maybe I can put a big flat spot on it like this gear here is. I don't know. Yet to be determined. But either way, we're gonna be using that gear set. Alright, that's it for now. Time to get out of here. I'll get these cleaned up tomorrow. Maybe another day or so I'll get these cut at an angle. Move on to the next thing. I just want to get all this cutting done tonight because there's a lot of chips everywhere. We got to clean the shop. Big mess. Tracking dirt everywhere. I can't go barefoot with all these chips everywhere. My feet don't like that. So we got to get where I can walk in barefoot here again. Alright, that's it for now.